Hello, welcome to this edition of Coffee Shop Chat with Friends. I have here my friends Jennifer Redfern and Sue Ann Allen, and we're going to talk about why the pursuit of peace, shalom, is an important enduring principle for community of Christ today. With that, let us begin.
Well, you posed the question, why is pursuit of peace, shalom, an important enduring principle? And as I went through the enduring principles, I can't help but notice this is the culmination of all of the enduring principles. Like, peace is the ultimate goal as you look at each of the other enduring principles. And not only that, but in listening to President Veazey the other night, in reminding us that Jesus Christ is the peace,
Mhm.
and we are a Christ-centered church, we can't help but have shalom be the center.
Mhm.
Um, that's my start.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I like that we use the word shalom because
Mm.
sometimes peace can be, defined kind of narrowly. And shalom to me is broad. It includes peace, like inner peace and inter peace between people, interpersonal, and bigger outer community peace, as well as justice. And I think it's really
Mhm.
critical that when we talk about peace, we include justice. And wholeness and health, and and in the enduring principle we see peace and shalom as God's vision, and it's for all of creation, for humans and all of the rest of creation, the whole earth. And so it's sort of like you said, Jennifer, it's the core. I mean, how can we not pursue peace when it is God's vision for the world?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I also appreciated the comment that I had the same thought that all the enduring principles seem to fall under this one enduring principle. Though I know that you can make that argument probably for all of them about the others, but I still feel like that this is a good core, like you just said, core enduring principle. We are a church dedicated to the pursuit of peace, so it makes sense that this is an enduring principle for us. And I also brought to mind Christ's mission statement, Christ, the scripture that we refer to as Christ's mission statement of from Luke 4:18-19. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to bring good news to the poor, sent me to proclaim release to the captives and recovery of sight to the blind, to set free those who are oppressed, and to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. So I also think of that when I think of this enduring principle.
Yeah, and that I think that makes it really about justice. That really focuses on some of the justice issues. And like you said, I mean, especially things I think of worth of all persons and sacredness of creation and responsible choices. And I'm sure all of the enduring principles
Mhm.
relate so much to this one.
Yeah.
But I think the challenge is, so we can talk about the importance of peace, but then there's the pursuit of peace. So what
Mm.
are we going to
Yes,
do to get there?
exactly.
Yeah.
And those and all the rest of these enduring principles are basically the guidelines. The here's the
Mm.
steps to getting there, and
Yeah.
so and we see what happens when we're not in that pursuit. It's all over the news,
Yeah.
and in more ways than one. Not just what's going on across the ocean from us right now, but in many different ways. In which I know Sue Ann has been involved in some of the legal stuff before in her past um, life. Well, actually, I guess you're still doing mediation and stuff, aren't you, Sue Ann?
Well, some, but well,
um,
like you said, it's a lifelong
yes,
commitment.
and I served in law enforcement in the military,
Mhm.
which was a little more peaceful maybe than my civilian counterparts in some respects. But there was always the fear that I may have to go into a combat situation, though I never had to. But as I watch what's unfolding nowadays, I'm just,
Mhm.
I'm just, I can't sleep. And so, which is really sad because that is one of the things that personal peace is important in order to come to this ultimate shalom for the entire world. And
Mhm.
uh, so, how do you get other people to be able to cope with what's going on when I'm working on that for myself right now, that personal piece. And
Well,
if it wasn't for the background that I've had within this faith group, that would be very, very difficult, I think, to achieve. So,
Yeah.
one thing I can say from my years of teaching conflict resolution skills is that everyone can learn strategies and skills
Mm.
to be better at dealing with conflict in a peaceful way. And for some people, it's easier, it may come naturally. And for others, it's harder. But if you want to, and if you put some effort into it, and you have that desire, everyone can gain skills. They can get better at being peaceful, both attitudes as well as strategies and actual skills. So
Yeah.
those are ways to pursue at least inner peace and interpersonal with people you know and people you don't know, but individuals and small groups. And I think that's, eventually for the whole world, that's kind of the basis. It's the same principles. And we're grappling and struggling with these questions, like right now, talking about what is the role of nonviolence in pursuing peace.
right.
Mhm. Right. Yeah. Well, I want to. I think that's a good place to kind of wrap up this conversation. I know it's quick, but I just want to thank you both for having this short chat as we kind of introduce this enduring principle to those that are participating in today's worship. So thank you so much. And our next worship will be focused on grace and generosity, and so we'll have a few more friends that'll join for a conversation about that in a few weeks. But thank you so much.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you.